Good morning, dear students. Welcome to second year. I am very happy to meet you after a long time. Indeed, it is a very worst time we are facing in our life because everyone is grief stricken and everyone is in the tense moment of COVID-19. Okay, no problem. Even this time will also, these grief moments will also vanish very soon. Let us pray God. Dear students, because of this pandemic, because of this COVID-3, we are not able to see you face to face. So we have decided to, our college and the UGC has decided to engage classes through online. Dear friends, this is the syllabus. Syllabus means, that is all, the entire syllabus is available in the textbook. These are all the parts covered by me. See, that is in Unit 1, 4 and 5 under the caption Human Values, Classification of Values, Sources of Values. And in Unit 2, Short Biographies, R.K. Narayan, Dr. S. Radhakrishnan. And the complete Unit 5, all these chapters will be covered by me, and the rest of the chapters and the rest of the units will be covered by Professor SAS. Since this is the introductory class, now let us begin with the Unit 1, Human Values. Before I enter into it, I would like to share few things with you. Students, you well aware that, as I have already told you in my in the previous semesters too, we are living in the age of communication and creativity. The very purpose of learning English language is to make you eligible, to make you competent, to make you fit to face the job market. If you are prepared to face the job market, if you are confident enough to face the job market, then you are success. That is the real success. Remember one thing, nowadays, as you well aware that proficiency in English is the parameter, has become touchstone to assess your personality, without which it is rather difficult to get a job. Merely passing English paper or merely getting degree will not yield good results. So what we have to do? So many things are there. As you know, English is a language, it is not a knowledge. It is like any other language. You can learn English language easily, provided if you have interest, if you have, that is a specific goal in your life, everything is possible. Everything is possible. Okay, students. Now let us begin. Let us enter into our syllabus. values. Human values. When a man become perfect, when a human become perfect, when he learn things, when he learn things properly, before that I would like to tell you a few things. The very purpose of learning English language is to make you eligible and competent so that you can face the job market comfortably. What is to be done? As I already told you in your first semester, very simple. 5 techniques we have to adopt. 5 techniques we have to adopt. Number 1, you have to read newspapers or any magazines daily. It doesn't mean that you have to read the entire magazines. At least read one paragraph a day. At least read one paragraph a day. And the second thing is, at least learn one word a day from a dictionary. One word. Write down in a diary. Write down in a notebook. Not merely learning. Open the dictionary randomly. Select any word and see that whether it is a noun or adjective or adverb, whatever it is. Write down the word, and within bracket you must know what part of his speech it belongs to. Then write down the meaning, then write down the usage. One word per day, not more than that. That is the second technique. And the third technique is, listen to any standard English news channel. Nowadays you are free, you are at home, you may have plenty of time. Sit in front of your television at least for 10 minutes. Listen to the news readers, that how they pronounce. Listen, that is, look at their body language, how they communicate. Simply listen to it. Dear students, remember one thing. While you read magazine or while you read newspaper or while you watching that is a news channel, don't worry whether you understood or not. Because sometimes what our boys do, they read the newspaper and immediately they run away. Then they search the dictionary, they bring it, then they search a word, then again they read. No problem. First, read a paragraph once. You may understand only 10%. Don't be panic. Read again. Definitely you may understand 40 to 50%. Don't worry. Read again. That time, I assure you, definitely you may be in a position to know the entire paragraph up to 80 to 90%. If you come across any tough words, need not worry about it, underline it. Underline it. Then very important thing I would like to tell you, it would be very interesting to you if you try. underline it. Immediately you don't search that particular word in a dictionary. Wait for a while. Just to think, just try to guess what may be the meaning of a word. What may be the meaning of a word? Guess. Definitely you may come nearer to that meaning. This is called as guessing technique. Then after sometimes, refer a dictionary. You would be happy to know that you are almost or approximately you are nearer to that meaning. It would be really interesting. Do it daily, students. Likewise, while listening news channel, if any word you come across, the reader reads, you have difficulty in understanding, don't hurry, don't be panic. Wait, listen carefully. So, first technique is reading newspapers or magazines, anyone, one paragraph a day. Second is listening to any standard English news channel, which you like very much. And the third one is at least try to learn one word from a dictionary. Write down it. Write down with the usage. Write down what parts of speech it is. Write down. And the fourth technique is you may have you may have the rough notes in your home. You do one thing, put date, write one sentence about anything. Write one or two sentences. Put date, write one sentence. Don't worry about the grammatical mistake. Don't worry about anything. Just write down about anything. About your friends or about the day's experience, whatever it is, write down. Don't do any research on it. Close it. Just put date, write one sentence. And the last technique is, dear students, I tell you, this is very, very important. Very, very important. You have to speak in English among your friends. Again and again, I emphasize you on this point. Create your own friend circle. Create your own friend circle. And you make a small agreement that hereafter we will speak only in English. Don't worry. Don't worry about the mistakes. Don't worry about the grammar. Just go ahead. Talk. You keep on speak. Whatever it is, discuss among your friends that what we have referred in a dictionary. Just go ahead. Speak in English. At any circumstances, you should not incline towards your mother tongue. You just speak. You must make agreement with among your friends. If I commit any mistakes, you help me. If you commit any mistakes, I help you. This is the very, very, very important technique, dear students. So these 5 techniques already I told you. Again, I would like to remind you, because generally students ask us, sir, tell some techniques, tell some tricks. See, it is not possible in a day. It is not possible in a day, because it is like another way. English is very, very easier than your mother tongue. The problem is that we have got clinical attachment with English language, because usually our boys, they study English only in English hours, only in English classes. Just for namesake, they are studying English just to get 40 marks, just to get pass marks. Dear student, that should not be your goal. That should not be your motto. For what you are studying? To get a job. What is the requirement for to get a job? only two things. One is your communication, another one is your creativity. I know that maybe you are, even if you are creative enough, but how can you expose yourself to the world? What is the medium to expose yourself? What is the source? No option. Only English language can fetch you. The communication skills can fetch you a good job. So don't worry, try to adopt these techniques. 5 techniques. Reading newspapers and magazines, that is one paragraph, at least one paragraph a day. Second is listening to any standard English news channels, at least 10 minutes a day. Third one is try to learn at least one word from a dictionary. And fourth one is write one sentence daily. And the very important technique is the last technique, fifth technique, is that you have to practice among your friends. Dear students, the researcher says that if a person adopt this technique continuously for 3 months, any language, if you adopt these techniques, definitely you can have mastery over it. So it is very easy. Let us be very optimistic. Let us have a positive thinking in your life. If you think, you can. You can do it. This is the first thing I would like to tell you. And the second thing is, as far as our syllabus is concerned, that is human values. You know what is human? What is human? Can you guess what is human? We are all human. We are all humans. We are the creation of God. We are the creation of God. What type of creation we are, do you know? We are the noblest creation of God. We are the noblest creation of God. What is the reason you know that? Because we are gifted with sixth sense. We are gifted with sixth sense, that is called as wisdom. What do you mean by wisdom? This is the only quality which is differentiating human beings to brutes. In Tamil it is called as Paguttarivu. Sixth sense. This is the sixth sense. What does it mean? Very simple. Sixth sense and wisdom means, that is the discrimination between good and bad, the difference between prohibited and permitted, the difference between good and bad. This is called as wisdom. We are bestowed with that. God has given us this quality wisdom. That is why, human beings are called as the noblest creation in the world. Where all the Creator says, the Almighty Creator says, all the creations are merely creations. It was created by a Creator. But when God created a human being, God very proudly announced all the creation that I am going to create a special creation which is the noblest. Which is the noblest. You and myself, we are all the noblest creation. The reason is that we have the wisdom, sixth sense. That is the special. See, for example, that is by merely looking at an object, we can easily come to know that whether what condition it is in. Whereas animals, unless they eat, they are not able to know that what type of thing, whether it is that is eatable or not. But we human beings, from far away place, we can know that. When your mother brings dish from a kitchen, from a far away place, you may come to know that what she brings to you, whether you like it or not. Because sometimes what we do, so from the dining table itself, we say, "Ma'am, I don't want that because I don't like it." Because merely that aroma, the aroma that comes out of that kitchen tells at what it is, whether it is good or not, whether you like it or not. So this sense. So wisdom differentiates. Wisdom says this is your mother. Wisdom says this is your sister. Wisdom says this is your wife. Wisdom says this is your father. Wisdom says this is your mother. How you have to behave. Wisdom molds your attitude. Wisdom molds your attitude. Dear students, in English we have, that is two words in English. One is existing. Another one is living. Existing and living. What does it mean? What is the meaning of existing? Existing means a creation or a living thing which is breathing, which is wandering here and there, which lives a particular period of years, then it dies. Has no meaning, has no purpose, but it is merely doing. But God knows the very purpose. It is called as existing. But living has a special meaning. Because the one thing you may easily, you may easily come to know that whether you are existing or living. Usually, when I used to ask, I used to ask boys, particularly in the first years, in the first class, I used to ask this question, and students, they simply stare at me, what this fellow is doing. But they think that this question is very crucial, but it is not a very crucial. It is a very primary question of their life. The question is very simple: that what do you want to become? The same question I have asked you too. And generally, boys, they are simply, they get confused. They didn't know how to answer this. Sometimes boys says that, "Sir, simply." What simply? You are a noblest creation. You have you have to have a special purpose in your life. And dear students, I would like to tell you one thing. If you know the answer for the question, what do you want to become? If you know answer for that question, remember that you are living. It means that you have purpose in your life, you have goal in your life, you have aim in your life, and you must, that is, it means that your life is purposeful. When life becomes purposeful, it becomes meaningful. When life becomes meaningful, it becomes colorful. It becomes colorful. Without that aim, without purpose, aimless life is like a baseless building. Aimless life is like a baseless building. Okay. That is, aimless life is like a rubber ball. If you throw a rubber ball against the ball will come back. So remember, please try to create vision in your life. Try to create a vision in your life. Try to create an ambition in your life that makes your life meaningful. That is the very purpose of wisdom, because you are a special creation. You are a special creation. Okay. And that is, as far as our syllabus is concerned, human values. What is the value? What do you mean by value? How do you that is assess? How do you assess a thing? How do you assess a person? How do you assess a person? Very simple. Sometimes by its appearance, sometimes by its condition, we assess it. How we assess human? How we assess human being? We assess human being by using the parameter is called as attitude. It's called as attitude. What does it mean? Attitude means, it's a very simple word. Attitude means character. Attitude means character. Attitude means nadattai. In Tamil it is called as nadattai. The famous quotation is, your attitude decides your altitude. Your attitude decides your altitude. Remember, your attitude decides your altitude. Attitude is very, very important, right? You must remember all those things. And dear friends, since this is an introductory class, just I wish to give some of the tips related to English language and all those things, because the purpose of English language must be fulfilled. The purpose of learning English must be fulfilled, right? Okay. So remember all those things, and see, that is since we are on online class, you may send your feedback, or you may contact me over WhatsApp if you have any questions related to this, right? You can post in the email, or you can post your questions on this number. This is my WhatsApp number. Okay, this is my WhatsApp number, 94430967002. Right, you just mentally prepared that we will meet. That is, if you have any questions in your mind on today's session, or that is whatever how you feel, whatever it is, please share with me. Right, share with me. We shall meet next class. Thank you.